Hello subscribers and friends, welcome again to Back Into Fishing. Down here today at my community lake where I was in my last video, and I had a fish that I missed way on the other side of the lake, and more than anything else I wanted to go back and see if he's still around and if I can't catch him. But I had okay luck starting here last week down here at this cove that was dredged out back in 2017. So it's along the way. I'm going to start here. Well, I believe the fish I caught last week was right in that area where I just cast. I've put 6 or 7 casts over there and haven't had any bites yet. It was pretty shallow as I remember. But I think this will be the last cast here. I'll try the other side, fan cast around here a bit, maybe throw a spinnerbait a little bit and move on. It's early enough in the day, there's a lot of time, a lot of spots to try. Well, I didn't get any hits at all over there in the cove. I was actually considering throwing a crappie nibble around some. See if I could pick up a bluegill or something. I have plenty of time for that. Anyway, this is a second spot I stopped last week on my way up the lake, and I actually hooked a fish in here before I got the camera on. I'm not going to make that mistake today. Get a cast out here, see if there's anybody in this area. I think that's a fish. It is. I never film and pick it up. The line just started moving sideways. That's close to a keeper size there. Maybe not quite 12, but he's definitely more than 11 I would estimate. That's one fish down today. Get him back in here. So on this spot I'm 2 for 2 this year. Stopped at it twice, 2 fish. See if we can get another one. Okay, here I am all the way up the lake. This is the spot I was talking about. Now, this isn't a very big area in here, but I missed a nice fish in here last week. I didn't have the camera on. I went to turn it on. I let slacken the line and the fish got off. There is something working around in there. I've seen a couple of I don't know what to call them, like little traces of something swimming right under the surface. Now I can't remember exactly where I was standing, but I'll let this calm down a little bit since I just walked up. Maybe cast somewhere else for a minute or two and then kind of slowly work my way over there and see if anybody's home. Well, this week the sun is out. Last week it was cloudy. With the sun out now, I can see all the way to the bottom, all back in through here, and I'm not seeing anything moving. And I put 5 or 6 casts back in here. Nothing's giving me any action on my bait yet. A couple more casts and I'll just keep fishing the rest of this here like I usually do. Whatever was here last week, that nice bass that I missed, he doesn't seem to be here now. .4 water temperature. That's disappointing. It was 61.1 a week ago. I don't know if that's a fish or not. Underwater log. It's been about an hour and I haven't had any other bites, and I've only moved 40 yards. I did have one bite on a spinnerbait and I got the fish out to about here and he got off. It was a bass, but I didn't see how big it was. Keeping true to form, I missed another one. Oop, got a fish! That might sort of make up for the one I lost. I got one in this spot last week. 9-incher. We'll take them. Considering the day we're having. I also missed a crappie back here just before I left. I had to bait almost all the way back in. He come up out of the shallows and made a swipe at it. Got it by the end. He pulled it for a second, but then he was gone. So that's not bad. That's only my second little pitch in here. Maybe there's something more in here. So I switched over to the worm. I wasn't getting any hits on the spinnerbait at all. Now, I think I'm starting to see a pattern, sort of like the pattern I was seeing last week. If you get to a spot, it's got a fish on it and you catch it, you might as well move on, because I don't think there's been any spot that I've gotten more than one fish off of so far this year, with the exception of a crappie that I got off that one spot last week, and really I stayed over an hour there just trying to catch them. So it's just a waste of time. I can hit more spots if I quit spending so much time on them. So I think I'm going to maybe put 5 more minutes into the spot and then move on. I wasn't sure about that. It's about a 7-inch one, but as slow as it's been, we'll take that. Oh, there's a bass right there. I wonder if I can get him to come over here and get my worm a try. Well, none of the other spots I usually fish have paid off any, so I'm back to where I kind of started the day today with my first fish. I'm going to fish here for a little bit. If I don't get another bite, I'm going to pack it up. Straight out in front of me, straight out from the rod, it's a big fish. I'm going to guess it's a carp because I've never caught a bass in here that big. If that was a bass, I'd estimate it at about 5 pounds. Well, another fishing day has come to an end. Kind of screwy results again, and this weather, I don't know what to make of. The water is about the same temperature as it was 5 weeks ago, and for this being now spring, a month into spring, yeah, I don't know what to think. It's got to warm up here sooner or later. Anyway, we did catch some fish, so it was an okay day. Missed a few, not so good, but that's fishing. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next video.